Hello YouTube, this is my first video in a while. I had two vacations and an all-star game. We had to stay about like a week down there, practicing plays. One was a week, one was a couple days. So I haven't been able to make a video. But this video will be just a rod tour, showing off my rods, what I fish with in the videos. I'm gonna be fishing with in future videos. The first rod is just a reel for now, because I bought a Temu Scar rod and just for like panfish, no, just for like another ultralight setup, and I spray painted it red. It's drying right now, but because it's kind of hard to find a size 500 reel. But this is a Daiwa QR, I think. Size 500, 4-pound red braid on it. I'm excited to get fishing with this. Probably use it in creeks, ponds, but I do have another ultralight setup. It's in my car. The Shakespeare Micro Series, 4-foot 6 rod. It's a very, very reliable rod. I've caught plenty of fish on it. Any type of fish you can think of. I've caught catfish, bass, large, small, drum, bluegill, sauger, anything. But let's get into the next rod. Next rod is Shimano Nexo, just a combo. This is 2500 HG reel. I have the spook on it. Me and my buddy Colton were fishing today at the dam. We ran at the chicken liver because the hybrids were hitting the chicken liver like crazy. We caught like 25 fish total. But also on TikTok, K Grizz Outdoors, he makes very good videos. Very good guy. But this is a very reliable rod. This is my first rod that I bought when I first got into fishing. I think it's like 75 bucks at Walmart, something like that. And it's pretty reliable. I have 10 to 65 pound braid on this. Only reason I have 65 is sometimes I'll take this catfishing, and just in case something like 20-pound flathead gets it, 10-pound braid is a little light. That's why I have 65 on here. But yeah, this is very good beginner rod. Very reliable. I've caught plenty of fish on it, and it's held up. I think this 7-foot, 7-foot, medium heavy, fast action. Yep. But we'll get into the next rod. Next rod is actually my girlfriend's rod. It's I think it's a Wakeman. Yeah, Wakeman 7-foot medium heavy rod. This is a size 3000 reel, 5:2 to 1 gear ratio. It's kind of harder finding pink spinning rods, but I mean she's caught a lot of fish on this. It does pretty well. I have 6-pound mono on here, and she does perfectly fine just river fishing with this. So if any of you guys are looking for a rod for your girlfriend, or you just like pink, I would very much suggest this. I think it's like 35 bucks maybe. But yeah, she's doing fine. There hasn't been a fish that she hasn't been able to catch. So yeah, into the next rod. This is the big catfish pole. One of them. One of my, like, not strictly catfish poles, but what the purpose of buying it was for catfish. It's a Catfish Pro. It's the Just for Fun, so it's not the Tourney series. Tourney series, the reel's like 130 maybe. This is about $80, but 7.5, 5:3 to 1 gear ratio. The action is medium heavy, but this thing can power in some big fish. I have 65-pound braid on there. It can hold like about 400, I think, on here. It's just kind of crazy. But there hasn't been a fish that has really, that this rod hasn't been able to just wheel in. Caught plenty of big flatheads on this. Might be able to find it at your Walmarts. I got mine for $80 and it has not let me down. But yeah, I very much recommend if you're just getting into catfishing, or you're like a kid and you don't want to spend a fortune on one of these Cat Daddy or like whatever these other catfish brands. This is a pretty good rod. Into the next. Now, this next rod is Offshore Angler Tight Line. Was 7 foot, but I accidentally snapped the rod tip off on this. I was on a snag. I was just gonna cut the line. I should have let some slack out, but other than that, this is a very good rod. Like I said, it was 7 foot. This is also medium heavy. This is, I bought this to be kind of like a versatile, like a bigger spinning rod. As I'll show, I have one more. Like I have the Shimano, and then I have one more spinning rod that are kind of like smaller. I wanted this to be like kind of a hybrid, kind of like the Shimano, but like a bigger spinning rod that can also throw lures if I need to. But yeah, this is 5:3 to 1 gear ratio, I believe. Yeah, but again, I have 65-pound braid on here. Because this is mainly for catfish, but I actually have pulled in my biggest catfish on this rod, and it didn't struggle at all. I think this will run you probably about the same as the Catfish Pro, and I think $80 at Bass Pro Shops. And I don't have any complaints about it. It's been a pretty good rod and reel to me. But yeah, on to the next. This next one actually is my sister's rod, but it's only that because my buddy Colton, he left it in my car, and when I went to go give it back to him, he was like, "Just keep it." But it's a Lew's speed stick with a Fluger reel. It's the Fluger Monarch 5:3 to 1 gear ratio. I don't know the action on this. It's medium fast, but I haven't used it. I've used it a couple times, and I don't have any problem. I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty good rod. This reel is pretty good. I wouldn't go targeting huge fish with it, but it gets the job done. It's easy to use for it. It's never messed up. It's a pretty good rod and reel. But I don't know. I don't know the exact price because, like I said, it's kind of just given to me. But on to the next. All right. This is what it was seen in both the videos. The Shimano was in my most recent, like the creek fishing video. This was in both. The Johnny Morris Carbon-Lite 7-foot medium heavy. I have 10-pound. I have 4-pound mono to 10-pound braid on here. On the other ones with 65, I have the Shimano. I have 15-pound mono to the other braid. The Catfish, the Tightline, and the rod I'm about to show up next is all 20-pound mono to 65. But yeah, this rod, no complaints. I do like braid for this because it is a small reel. I believe it's size 1,000, either 1,000 or 1,500. But I've had no problem just willing fish it. Even when I used to, like the first video, I had 4-pound mono on here and it was still willing to fish in. But I have no complaints. I think the combo is about 130, I think. I got it for free because my mom's job, but I think this will run you about 130. But I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's very worth the price if you were to pay for it. But on to the last and final rod. This is my musky combo. So the rod is a St. Croix musky Triumph rod, which is about 160, I think. I think it's like 160-ish. This rod, it's a very heavy duty rod. It's heavy, fast action. 7'6". Like I said, I have 20 to 65, and plus the wire leader on here. And the reel is a Piscifun Elite Hose 400. It's saltwater. Like I can use this in saltwater and be fine because the brand is like a saltwater brand. But a lot of musky fishermen will use this reel. Also, it's 8:1 to 1 gear ratio for this. Was also like the reel was 160. I got it on sale though. I think it usually will run you about 200. But I've had no complaints with it. Got a clicker on it. Like got a clicker on it. So you can use it for catfish, you can use it for muskie, you can use it for redfish, you can use it for tuna if you want. You can use it for whatever you want. But yeah. this is, if you're just getting into musky fishing like myself, that's what I'd recommend. But there's also other good, like Tranks, I know is good. Daiwa makes some good ones. Shimano. My buddy, like I said, Colton, he catches a lot of muskie. He uses Daiwa. Reel and rod, I think. But yeah, if you're just getting the musky fishing, this setup will only run you about $360, which might sound like a lot, but isn't much. And musky fishing just isn't cheap. It's just not cheap. I also got a mini Medusa on here. This will be like $25, depending on where you're at, the shipping. But I know a lot of people like these, but like I said, musky fishing just ain't cheap. So if you're looking for a nice beginner setup, right here. Well, that's all, YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see anything else, let me know down in the comments. And see you in the next video.